What's up, everyone? Welcome aboard Insta of the Seas. I am Sky.
And I'm Gav, and we're cousins. Joining us today is Preston. He is the creator of Ship Facts. He runs that on multiple platforms, so we're excited to have him with us.
Preston is from New Jersey, the beautiful state, and has been on 11 cruises. He's been cruising for almost 10 years, since 2014. He tries to take a cruise at least twice a year, and he doesn't have a favorite cruise line because he loves them all.
Yeah, we're stoked to talk with him. He's up next.
As we mentioned, we're here with Preston. What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Oh, we're doing
Doing
good.
awesome.
Good. It's good to meet you. So, Preston, as Gavin mentioned a minute ago, you run the ShipFacts accounts. Where can people find you? What different platforms?
They can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
That'd be sweet. Absolutely. So, everyone, give him a follow, a like, and a subscribe, and also don't forget to follow or subscribe to Insta of the Seas too while you're at it. So, today we're going to chat about Preston's recent 7-night sailing on the MSC Meraviglia. So let's kind of jump right into it. Preston, tell us how long you've had this cruise book. What led to you taking this sailing?
I sailed on MSC for my last 3 cruises, and I honestly love the activities they have. I love how there's something for everybody to do on their ship. So I booked this specific sailing in February, and I went on the cruise in May. And I usually book my cruise at least 6 months in advance, but this was a great last minute deal, so I just decided to book. I mean, what was there to lose? It was on a holiday, so I wouldn't be missing that much school, so it was great.
I love it, man. And
Awesome.
where did you depart from?
Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn. So did you take a nice drive there? I'm assuming. Yeah,
Yes, I just drove right there.
sweet. Did you do anything? Any like pre-cruise activities? Or you just kind of morning up, woke up and drove?
No, morning of, woke up and drove. It was actually my first time sailing out of Brooklyn.
Oh, cool. And what was that like? Was that better, worse, about the same as other ports you sail out of?
Um, It was okay. I mean, I definitely like other cruise ports. I love Cape Liberty in that area. I mean, the boarding time is super, super quick at Cape Liberty. Manhattan is pretty good, and Brooklyn is also just like Manhattan. They're very similar.
Did you get from parking to the ship pretty quick?
Yes.
Yeah, nice. And then who else was on the cruise with you?
So I originally just booked it with my family, but then I told my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, I told them all to come because we never actually experienced, well, they never experienced MSC before. So I told them they need to try it, and they ended up loving it.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
sweet.
That's great.
Sounds like something we're gonna need to try soon for sure.
Yes.
And how long did it take you guys to board the ship when you got there?
So when we got there, there was no big line or anything, and my grandma actually was complimentary upgraded to the yacht club. Somehow, I'm not sure how, it happened 2 days before. She was originally booked in the same cabin next to me in a balcony cabin,
Okay.
and she calls me and she says, "I'm so upset." And I said, "Why?" And she's like, "I have yacht club now." And I'm like, "Why are you upset about that?" She's like, "I'm not next to you anymore." So I'm not sure how, but she was complimentary, upgraded to yacht club. So we actually all were able to go in the yacht club line. So it saved us some time, which took no more than half an hour, truthfully.
Sweet. No, that's way awesome. That's smooth.
Yeah.
What did you guys do when you first boarded the ship? Anything fun?
So when I first boarded, my go-to is to explore the ship, take some videos while nobody is on the ship yet.
Yeah.
And then I go to the buffet, grab some lunch, and by that time it's like departure. It comes by so quick.
Sure.
Oh, and then the muster drill. But that's super simple.
How does MSC do their muster drill?
So you they do the siren, and then everybody goes, but they don't really do like the life jacket thing. You just scan your card. They just want to make sure you know where your assembly station is, and that's all.
Nice. So it's pretty quick.
Pretty easy then.
Yeah.
Nice. So you mentioned you had a balcony stateroom.
Mhm.
What did you think of that?
It was actually a lot more spacious compared to other balcony cabin on other ships I've been on.
That's great.
Cool. Well, let's get into your itinerary a little bit. Tell us how your itinerary was.
So when we left from Brooklyn, the next day we were at sea the entire day. And then on day 3, we were in Port Canaveral, Florida. I met with some relatives there, but the day went by super quick. And then day 4, we were in one of my favorite ports, Ocean Cay. Um, MSC Cruise is a private island, and then it was awesome there. We were there from 8 to 10, beach day, and I love how they have food trucks all throughout the island.
Wow.
So you just can, wherever you are, you can get a bite. And they also have like a big buffet there too on the island. After Ocean Cay, on day 5, we were at Nassau, Bahamas, which is awesome, let me tell you, because I've been to Nassau a couple times, but this time they did some construction there right next to the pier. There's like a bunch of new stores there. It came out really nice. And after Nassau, we spent 2 days at sea before going back to Brooklyn.
So let's talk about, well, I guess both of them. So Ocean Key. So what did you do there? Did you do? I mean, you mentioned the food trucks; those are all included.
Yep.
Nice. Was there?
Well,
Go
there
ahead.
are some like I guess you can call it like specialty dining food trucks where like they'll like have seafood and those are an extra charge. Some food trucks though, most of them are complimentary, where you have burgers, fries, desserts.
And what was it like during the day? What type of activities did you guys do?
So I spent most of the day at the beach, and then they have a lighthouse there. I climbed that lighthouse and I flew my drone around a little bit just to get some shots. I explored the island. And by that time, like the sun was almost setting and the lighthouse show was coming on, which was awesome too.
Oh, that's sweet. I know, like you said, there you were there until 10 p.m., which is epic. So they have a
Yeah.
lighthouse show that is just what's the lighthouse show to someone who has no idea what you're talking about?
So there's this lighthouse right when you're entering Ocean Key, and it's a bunch of spotlights, and the lighthouse has these LED, like a big LED screen. So at nighttime, it shows all these cool photos of like sea creatures of the MSC logo with spotlights flashing, loud music.
Oh, way cool. That sounds
Yeah,
sweet.
It's
I've
really
never been to Ocean Key, so that sounds like a good time.
it is a must.
Yeah. Is it? Do you know? Just from my understanding, are most of their sailings there um until 10 p.m.? Like, is it a long time that you're there, or do you get lucky just because you're going to Nassau the next day or something
Yes.
like that? Yeah.
So actually, on all the MSC cruises I sailed on, whether it was from Port Canaveral, Miami, or even Brooklyn, they spent the entire day there. Maybe not
Oh,
till 10, but usually till like 7 or 8.
okay. A lot
wow.
better than like 4 or 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's sweet. A
yeah,
lot of time to explore. That's awesome.
yeah,
All right, let's chat about Nassau. So you mentioned obviously the port is they've done some revamp there.
yes.
Did you guys do any particular excursion or just kind of wander around the port area, check out that?
So we were going to do Blue Lagoon, but one of my little brother, he's under 1. So they don't let you do really a lot of shore excursions with infants or babies. So we
Mm.
just decided to get off, walk around, and explore.
Love it.
No, it's awesome. What are some things you did on your sea days? Anything fun on MSC?
So I remember on the second day, I headed right to the water park. I could not wait to go on those water slides, because they had one I've never actually did on a ship before, a toilet bowl water slide.
Oh, cool.
And then they have the rope course. And one of my favorite was the arcade, because they have this flight simulator that you go in. It's like you go in this little space, but they lock it for you, and there's a huge screen that looks like an airplane, and it spins 360 degrees while you're in it. It's
Oh,
awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's my cup of tea. That's great.
it's
Yeah, happens a
awesome.
He's a pilot,
Um,
so he
Ah,
loves that stuff.
yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
pilot actually.
Was any of that extra, or is it all included?
so the water park and the rope course was all included. The arcade was not, but we got the fun pass, which MSC has this fun pass. If you pay it for $80, you'll get $140 in the arcade.
Oh wow.
Nice. And the
Um,
flight simulator, a little extra too, or included?
that was included with the fun pass, but
Cool.
yeah. And then they also had F1 simulators. They even had bowling too in the arcade.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
That sounds like a better arcade than any arcade on a ship I've been
I know.
on.
Agreed.
That's sweet. So let's chat about entertainment, shows and whatnot. Did you go to any shows on your
Yes.
sailing? Yeah.
So they have a Broadway theater. It was awesome entertainment. In the back of the Meraviglia, they have this nice theater where they do like circuses, like circus shows. So that was awesome.
Oh, no way.
Wow.
Yeah.
They bring out like the elephant.
Oh, I wish. No.
Oh, I was just kidding. That's
The
cool. So the
giraffe
circus stood
one.
out to you. Um,
Yeah.
how about live music? Do they have live music just around the ship in certain areas, or not so much?
Um there was one area in particular which would be the atrium.
Okay.
It was like right next to the promenade. It was about 3 stories tall, the atrium, and they always had a piano there, somebody playing the piano.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's great.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. What
Yeah.
I did some other activities like the arcade, the water slides. Was there anything else that you remember that like really stuck out to you?
Um, Definitely the pools and the hot tubs.
Yeah.
I loved the hot tubs because these actually they stuck out like I forget what they're called, but they stuck out over the side of the ship. So you have an awesome view.
Cool.
And the pools are also nice because this ship is actually called like the ship for all seasons because they have an indoor pool, they have a couple of outdoor pools, they have indoor hot tubs, outdoor hot tubs. So I did definitely like the pools, and the spa was also very nice too. They had, I believe they had a snow room, they had saunas, they had mist rooms. It was awesome.
Oh, wow.
Sounds fancy. That sounds great.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And you got to take advantage of that? Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Cool.
Cool. So let's transition to dining. Tell us a little about your dining. Did you do well, first off, tell us about how MSC, I believe there's a couple different main dining rooms you can choose from. Is that right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So on at the terminal when they give you your card, they assign you a main dining room. And but you are able to pick the time. It's sort of like how Royal Caribbean works. It's a set dining time. So they have 5:30 dining time and 7:30 dining time, and I believe they even have a 9 p.m. or 9:30 dining time as well. But one thing I did notice is that they are strict with their dining times. On the first day of the cruise, which is my fault because I don't know why I was running late. I think because I was catching the sunset. So I came there at 5:45, 5:50, which is nearly like 20 minutes after my time. And the doors were already locked. They said you cannot come because you need to order before 5:35 because they had the next set of group coming at 7:30. So they're definitely a lot more strict compared to other cruise lines I've been on with dining.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you do? Did you go to the buffet that night, or
I did go to the buffet.
okay? How was the well, let's start with the main dining room. How was the food in the main dining room?
Honestly, it was really good.
Okay. Yeah. Did you have any favorites?
So, one of the appetizers I liked was the spring rolls. Those were good, and the chips with guacamole. And for main course, the I believe they had 2 lobster nights on this cruise. With the lobster, they served you filet mignon, which was awesome.
Mm.
Sounds really good.
Yeah.
How was the buffet? I've heard people say that it's like a pretty big buffet. Is that right?
Yeah. So on my last 3 MSC cruises, I've noticed that they make their buffets like huge. Like so it's like almost like takes up half of one deck. Cause
Wow.
I'm not sure why, honestly, but they're just huge, but they're very modern. It's very clean. And what I did like about that, there was always somewhere to sit. You can go to the buffet at 10 a.m. when it's like the peak hour for breakfast, and I guarantee you'll find a seat.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can't say that on any other ship. Well, any other cruise
No.
line.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Preston, did you do any specialty dining while you were on the cruise?
Yes. So I actually did get the 3 nights, but I only ended up using 2 nights. So I did the butcher's cut and teppanyaki. So the butcher's cut is a steakhouse, which has to be my favorite steakhouse at sea. I got filet mignon, tomato soup, and lava cake, one of my favorite desserts ever. And teppanyaki is sort of like a hibachi,
Okay.
and they have on the menu 2 choices. You can either get grilled chicken or filet mignon.
Nice.
All sounded delicious.
Yeah.
Did you get a pretty good rate with your 3 night package?
Yeah. So for my cruise, and I'm pretty sure it's for all the other MSC cruises, for 3 nights dining for specialty, it's $71 per person, which is a pretty good deal.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not $71 a night, $71 total.
Like total, like for three
Wow.
nights.
Wow.
And for the kids, I
Okay.
believe it was like, I believe for 12 and under, it was $33. So
Oh
not bad
wow.
at all.
No, that's great.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
That's epic.
Do they do any like drink packages or anything with MSC?
Yes. So MSC does have a couple of drink packages. They have the Easy Plus package, the Easy drinking package, the Premium drinking package, and they are all different in their own ways. So, for example, I believe the Easy one is the lowest drinking package, which is like up to $9 drinks, and the Premium package is like the most expensive, which is up to $16 drinks. So there's a bunch of different drinking package you can get.
That's great. Well, we got a couple last questions for you. Is if you could cruise on one cruise ship only for the rest of your life, what ship would it be and why?
So if I had to sail on one ship for the rest of my life, I would definitely pick the Icon of the Seas because I have not even saw it in person, but the photos do justice for it. I mean, it just looks amazing.
Uh,
The water park, the Central Park, Surfside, it's just mind blowing how they can build something and that something like that can float.
Right?
it looks incredible. I'd echo that for sure.
Yeah.
I'd agree. So you mentioned you have another cruise planned to go in like Europe, but is that going to be your next cruise that you have booked, or do you have something before that?
I'm thinking of doing one before that, which would be in September, the first
Okay.
week of September, which would be on Liberty of the Seas, because I never sailed on a Freedom class ship before.
Oh, cool.
So that would be good.
And
Where's that out of?
That's right out of Cape Liberty, which is only like a 30-minute drive from my house, so it's really convenient for me.
Backyard. That's sweet.
Yeah. And the boarding, like the process for boarding at Cape Liberty is like boom. Like you're on the ship in 30 minutes.
oh no way. Okay.
Yeah.
Where's that one going? Is that a quick trip to the Bahamas? Is that going to the Northeast?
This one's actually going to Bermuda. A quick trip to Bermuda. I think it's a
Oh,
5-night Bermuda.
nice.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Cool.
That'd be way fun.
Yeah.
We'll hope you get to go on it. Okay.
Yes, I'm crossing my fingers.
Any last minute tips you have for people sailing on the MSC Mera on this
Meraviglia.
Meravilia?
Remember, it's Meraviglia, not Meraviglia, I guess. That would be my tip.
I love it.
I was going around the first couple of days saying Meraviglia or something like that, and people were like, "It's you don't say the G; it's silent."
I love it. I think that's a great tip. Avoid all those weird looks. Avoid
Yeah,
confusing people. That's great. Well,
yeah,
it's been awesome, man. Thank you for taking some time and telling us about your sailing and letting us basically have a strong desire to sell MSC. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for your
Thank
time.
you so much for having me.
Yeah,
Yeah, take
absolutely.
care, man.